In the sparkling annals of reality TV successes, there are few moments that can compare to the electrifying conclusion of the 7th season of American Idol. On the evening of May 21, 2008, Ryan Seacrest uttered the words that would come to be known as 1,000 rock anthems. David Cook. The entire globe held its breath as he made those words. Because of his unkempt hair, piercing blue eyes, and a voice that sounded like gravel wrapped in velvet, the native of Missouri had narrowly defeated the youthful prodigy David Archuleta by an astonishing 12 million votes. In October 2025, 17 years from now, Cook, who is now 42 years old, is releasing a bombshell that has fans buzzing louder than a sold-out arena. During an exclusive interview with People, he revealed who among the renowned cast he still maintains contact with, and the discoveries are as shocking as they are uplifting. He also revealed who he still remains in touch with. It's not simply polite holiday cards, as the spoiler will reveal. The fact that these connections, which were formed in the high-pressure environment of Hollywood Week, have developed into a unique fraternity, as Cook refers to it, demonstrates that certain rivalries can develop into friendships that last a lifetime. Think about this, a dramatized fly on the wall in Cook's home studio in Nashville, where the air hums with the faint echo of his red special guitar, a homage to his obsessions with Queen, and you can hear the guitar playing in the background. Currently, he's enjoying a cup of black coffee while browsing through old texts from Archuleta. Yes, this is the Archuleta, the young woman of 17 years old whose heavenly falsetto had the entire nation spellbound. Every once in a while, I still have conversations with Arch. Cook conceded with a grin that it was not enough, but that it did happen occasionally. Think about their most recent conversation. Cook responds with a voice note that riffs on their shared David fate, while Archuleta, who is now a pioneering advocate for LGBTQ+ visibility in music, posts a meme about surviving a poor hair day while on tour. Archuleta's meme is about surviving a terrible hair day. "We text about life, music, and the chaos of it all," wrote Cook in the interview. "We text about everything. He's family now, no rivalry, just real talk." A bromance that has endured celebrity, personal catastrophes, and the unrelenting churn of the industry is revealed by this kind of bombshell, which shatters the idea of fierce rivalry at the same time. It's not only Archuleta, however. Cook's phone is also being haunted by other ghosts from Season 7. He just got up with Carly Smithson, the South African dynamo whose smoky interpretations of Heart and Christina Aguilera left judges speechless. Smithson's covers left the judges speechless. "I had a conversation with Carly not too long ago," Cook said. His voice warmed up as he recalled the conversation. "Imagine you are on a Zoom call late at night. Smithson was humming and laughing from her vantage point in Los Angeles, and they were exchanging tales of unsuccessful post-American Idol auditions. Hers was for a Broadway revival, while his was for a quirky indie film soundtrack. In addition, there is Ramil Malube, a Filipino-American singer who is so diminutive that her rendition of The Rainbow Connection really warmed people's hearts. Talked to Ramil here and there," Cook recalled, praising her for maintaining the group's unique group chat with Filipino cuisine recommendations and encouraging songs. "It was a lot of fun. Moreover, you shouldn't overlook Brooke White, the folk soul songbird hailing from California, whose acoustic rendition of Love is a Rose was literally a ray of sunshine. Would you like to talk to her?" They are the stuff of acoustic jam sessions, when they trade advice on how to balance motherhood, hers, with lengthy songwriting retreats. You can imagine them. This is not merely a way of casually mentioning names, rather, it is a demonstration of the alchemy that is American Idol. Cook remarked, "We had a good bunch," and said, "I think it'd be impossible to walk away from that and not have some new friends. It would be a great idea to create a concept album, and you could title it Idol Echoes." The first track is, on the song Rivals No More, Cook and Archuleta perform a gritty duet that combines Cook's raspy rock edge with Archuleta's soaring voice over a foundation of electric guitars and piano swells. It's possible that the lyrics will be a play on their final confrontation. We stood on that stage, lights burning bright / two Davids dreaming under the same spotlight / no winners or losers, just brothers in flight. On the second track, Smithson might be featured on a funky bass-driven song about reinvention, which would conjure up images of campfires and confessions under the clear night sky of Missouri. With 17 years under his belt, Cook's life is a shining example of how to gracefully evolve. He has carved out a career that is uniquely his, which is a far cry from the one-hit wonder trap that many former American Idol contestants fall into. His self-titled debut album was released in November 2008 and went platinum on the basis of hits such as Light On and The Time of My Life. These songs conveyed the raw joy of unexpected glory and helped the record achieve platinum status. But the luster of stardom quickly dissipated. Just a few short months after Cook's victory, his older brother Adam passed away from brain cancer in 2009. This was a tragic event that occurred in 2009. Cook established the This Time Tomorrow Foundation in order to channel his grief into a cause, and he raised millions of dollars for the research of brain tumors. His Team for a Cure broke all previous records for fundraising in May, reaching approximately $1.1 million. By the year 2025, he will be the main attraction at the Race for Hope in Washington, D.C. The Hero, his most recent extended play, EP, which was published a month ago to acclaim, is fueled creatively by this. Tracks such as Underdog Anthem exude a kind of swagger that is characteristic of survivors, depicting a future in which loss becomes a legend. There are verses that describe shadowed periods that transition into choruses of rebellious light, which are accompanied by rumbling rhythms and guitar solos that are inspired by May. A rock and roll odyssey is what the tour diary for Cook's 2025 tour reads like. The biggest celebration yet took place at Pet Rock Fest in Lancaster, Massachusetts, where he performed American Idol favorites among fireworks and local openers. He is currently in the midst of his headlining performance at the festival. Conceive of the situation. Cook launches into Heroes with a gravelly shout that recalls his brother's stubborn spirit as the sun begins to drop over a sea of fans dressed in flannel. In the near future, he will be performing in towns that he has never performed in before, such as Decca Auditorium, where he will perform alongside Maddie Pop. Additionally, he will be touring with a full band through the state of Virginia. Also, in a humorous turn of events, Cook said that hosting The Price is Right was his ideal job description. He quipped, "I'd bid on a lifetime supply of guitar strings, but underlying the humor is a guy who has calculated the true cost of notoriety and discovered that the people he has kept near to him are priceless." With that being said, this bombshell is not without of its poignant undercurrents. In 2021, Archuleta came out as queer and pulled away from the music industry due to difficulties with mental health. She is a representation of the path that is less traveled. Their continuous conversations, an unspoken defiance against the churn and burn mentality that permeates the industry. Arch and I never saw each other as rivals, Cook said, echoing Archuleta's remarks from A Joint Perfection, published in 2022. The two Davids could co-author a memoir titled Double David, From Idol to Icons, which would be a hypothetical sequel to their 2021 Instagram reunion selfie, which had the two Davids smiling like they were conspiring together. Chapters would weave together Idol's highs, that final confetti storm, and lows, post-show criticism, with dramatized what-ifs inserted throughout. For example, what if Archuleta had made it to the last round? An alternate reality in which his play Zero Gravity is adapted into a Broadway musical, with Cook appearing as a guest star in the role of the pensive instructor. Fans are going absolutely crazy about the news, and they are constantly flooding timelines with vintage video and speculation. A particular comment states, David Cook and Archuleta peak idol. This friendship is everything. Mariah Carey's Always Be My Baby, the song that became Cook's Season 7 legend, is featured in a blurry video that is shared by another contributor. Cook's story serves as a rallying cry for richness rather than fashiness. According to him, my knowledge of the show was remedial at best, and he attributed the excitement to his naivete on American Idol. With 3 albums, 4 extended plays, and a foundation that has helped save lives, He is a living example of the fact that great heroes do not require a crown. Rather, they create their own. What is this shocking revelation? It's not just about who he talks to. It's a reminder that the most successful achievements aren't achieved by solitary efforts. After 17 years, the Davids and their impenetrable circle demonstrate that American Idol was not a competition at that time period. A constellation was visible, with stars that were still glowing brightly.